truly feel comfortable in there. When the cage door shuts, it's just my world. You know, it's an adrenaline rush.
From every battle, you gain more experience, and it makes you a stronger fighter.
Jacare Souza retains the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship via submission.
Jacare is an amazing fighter. He's got a lot of natural ability that not a lot of people can match. His high strength and athleticism, I can match those, and I think that's going to pose a big problem for him.
Luke Rockhold is a well-rounded fighter, but I'm a veteran, and I'll use that to my advantage.
I don't think he expects me to come in there and try to go in a jiu-jitsu battle with him. That'd be stupid. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fight him in every element.
Oh, the fight is stopped! Rockhold, another impressive win!
I'll let him decide where the fight will go. Standing is fine, but if he wants to take it to the ground, even better.
I'm going to be in his face the whole fight. I'm trying to take his head off.
I'm 100% certain I'll bring back the belt to Brazil.
Please welcome to the cage the acclaimed middleweight challenger, Luke Rockhold.
Luke Rockhold comes from a family of athletes. His brother Matt's a pro surfer. His brother Nate played volleyball, and his dad Steve was a pro basketball player in Europe who also had a cup of coffee with the NBA's Golden State Warriors. But it's Luke Rockhold now on the precipice of becoming Strikeforce middleweight champion. It's been a long time since he's been in the cage, but when you train at AKA, cage corrosion is not in the vocabulary, Pat.
No, it's not. And for a guy like Luke Rockhold, relatively inexperienced but very talented, might have been good time off, fine-tune his game and get a lot better.
And I really think that Rockhold is a better striker. He's got the advantage standing up, but his key in the cage tonight is control the wrestling position. Control the wrestling position, use his strikes in between wrestling, try to ground and pound him out.
A native Californian fighting away from the West Coast for the first time in his career. He's never been out of the first round.
And now, here is the Jiu-Jitsu master and defending champion, Jacare Souza.
And what a story Jacare Souza has written for himself. Raised in abject poverty in Brazil, grew up fast on the streets while running around with other children, getting into trouble, discovered Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 17. The rest, as they say, is proverbial history. Now one of the superstars at X Gym. He is the Strikeforce middleweight champion. And while his biggest game is on the ground, this guy, in working with guys like UFC middleweight champion Anderson Silva, is also rapidly sharpening his striking skills.
Yeah, you can't help but get better. And, you know, like my buddy Matt Hughes said, you know, winning the title can be luck, but keeping it is another thing. He is a true champion. He has defended it already.
I'm not sure if Jacare can win a stand-up battle, but I believe he's going to defeat Rockhold on the ground. And he'll do that. His key in the cage is if he passes that guard, gets a dominant position, and sets up Rockhold for a submission hold.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape for this, the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship, set for 5-minute rounds.
Rockhold seems to have a lot of advantages. He's a lot younger, has a 3-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage. You know he wants to use that to keep this fight standing and box.
All right, fans, here we go. Strikeforce and Showtime present 5-minute rounds for the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches, he weighed in at 185 pounds. A freestyle fighter with a record of 7 wins, 1 loss, with 1 knockout and 6 submissions to his credit. Fighting out of San Jose by way of Santa Cruz, California, please welcome the challenger, the celebrated wrestling and jiu-jitsu standout, Luke Rockhold. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing at 6 feet even, he also weighed in at 185 pounds. With a record of 14 wins, 2 losses, and 1 no contest, he has 11 wins coming by way of submission. Here is the dynamic 5-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion from Rio de Janeiro, the Strikeforce middleweight champion of the world, Jacare Souza. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, Dan Mergliata.
All right, guys, the title fight I want nice and clean. Take yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Best of luck to both of you.
Watch for me.
5 rounds or less for the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship. The champion, Ronaldo Jacare Souza, in the red gloves. The challenger, Luke Rockhold, in the blue. Immediately, Rockhold attacks the lead leg. Coming in quickly on Jacare, who immediately goes back to the center of the cage.
Souza's already looking to catch those kicks. You can see him grabbing for him a little bit every once in a while.
Rockhold from a southpaw stance. Rockhold was supposed to return last October against Matt Lindland, but was injured. Nice sprawl on the takedown attempt by Jacare. And Jacare lands the overhand right. And immediately goes on the attack, but again, good takedown defense here being exhibited by Rockhold. Injuries have kept him from returning until now.
Rocco told me his strategy was to stuff the takedowns of Souza, get him nice and tired, and then stand him up and try to knock him out.
Rocco did a good job of landing that knee when he sprawled. It was great timing, very quick. And I tell you what, Souza looks strong, but I think he's even stronger than he looks.
Rockhold trying to get back up to a vertical base. All the power of Jacare on him. 11 of Jacare's 14 wins have come via submission. A stalemate now as Rockhold looking to grab the hook on the right leg, using it as an anchor. And Jacare just driving his shoulder into Rockhold, looking to get him on his back.
Doing great. I mean, he's a great jiu-jitsu practitioner, and you can see how he's displacing his weight on Rockhold, holding his hips down. He's taking his time trying to let Rockhold wear himself out in this position.
And while some of the pundits may have thought Rockhold would want to keep this in the stand-up, 6 of his 7 wins have come via submission, but this is definitely the most talented grappler that he's ever faced. And now Rockhold putting the weight on the back of Jacare's head, and Jacare catching him with a series of right hands.
Rockhold's got to get wrist control on that arm so he can't punch and he can't take him back down. Wrist control is paramount right here.
And those shots are popping Rockhold's back, or head back, as he's looking to work the wizard, but still getting fed the shots, but now working his way to the stand-up position. But Jacare now gets him on his back again. But man, good aggression here by Rockhold on the bottom, Frank.
And good wrestling. Very strong wrestling position. The one thing he needs to do is add some strikes between that wrestling, because he's just countering the takedown. He's not adding any damage to it. That's allowing Souza to tee off on him.
He definitely has to focus on getting back to his feet, though, because he does not want Jacare on top of him for very long.
No doubt, as we are past the midway point of the opening round, it has been all Strikeforce middleweight champion Ronaldo Jacare Souza. As Rockhold continues to wear him like a blanket, has the waist cinched there momentarily, but Rockhold again getting back up to his feet. But Jacare very aggressive, looking to drive a knee into his chin. Rockhold again with a huge size advantage, wants to make use of that.
He finally got that underhook back in. I was waiting for him to get that. That's what he needed to be able to stay on his feet for a little bit.
He wants to pummel here, looking to try to turn the tables on Jacare, who was content just putting all of his weight on Rockhold along the fence.
And Rockhold seems a little tight. Maybe he's a little tense or a little nervous. This is a big, big fight for him.
Right.
First fight in 19 months, and he's vying for the title.
Should be gone by now after getting punched in the face. After all the punches he received and finally getting to his feet, I think he'd be pretty angry by now.
Leg kick, push kick there by Rockhold. The southpaw eyeing Jacare. Oh, and Jacare counters with the right as Rockhold delivered the body kick.
Got to set them kicks up.
There's an echo in your pack.
Yeah, you can hear the cornerman saying the same thing. I like that.
Maybe they're listening too.
I hope.
Less than a minute now remaining in the opening round. There's a kick under the armpit. Another body kick, countered right hook by Jacare. Front kick from Jacare, now coming forward, catches him on the forehead.
Reckless abandon coming forward by Jacare, man. No fear here.
Rockhold with the left, nice punch kick combination, low inside leg kick by Rockhold. There's another kick to the lead leg, outside a leg kick. Oh, beautiful switch kick there by Rockhold. And another one, Rocco putting on a show here now. And Jacare says enough of that, I'm going for the takedown. Well defended by Rockhold.
Gotta defend the position first. You can't keep punching and get taken down.
But he saves himself trouble because he gets back up to his feet. A very competitive opening round here between champion and challenger.
And Rockhold sticking to his game plan, stuffing the takedowns, damaging on the stand-up.
How'd you score, Pat?
You know what? Very, very close.
Fast start and a lot of action. Rocco doing a great job on that double leg and getting himself into position, but he took a shot, and maybe the nervousness, but whoa, he got knocked across the ring on that one.
Yeah, it was a nice right hand.
Jacare is on him.
Jacare doing a good job of controlling that ankle with his hand, and then got his leg hooked around Rockhold's leg also. Very smart control here. Rockhold had to work hard.
But Rockhold on the stand-up is definitely getting the advantage. That long front kick, beautifully landed on the chin. He's starting to relax, let those double kicks go. That's a nice combination. If you had the hand down on that one, your head would be hurting.
So a strong start by the champion, a good finish to the first round by the challenger, and we are set for round two. The bell, and we are underway. Jacare in the red gloves, Rockhold in the blue gloves. Flashing the jab is Rockhold, spinning back kick right to the breadbasket.
And Rocco talked to me about Jacare using a lot of muscle and a lot of energy in there, not being as efficient as he could, but getting by on athleticism and aggression.
He may have been away from the cage for 19 months, but Rockhold seems to be finding his rhythm here in round two with the kicks, and now moving forward, grazes the hand there of Jacare, who now needs to try to figure out the southpaw, who's back to a conventional stance.
Rockhold's deliberately kicking to that left arm a lot because he wants to or the right arm of Jacare a lot. He wants to damage his power punching hand.
Straight left from Rockhold, and again he gets through the guard. Short up, oh, and Jacare jacked the jaw of Rockhold, but boy, he bounced right back up. Momentarily stunned and gets hit again. Jacare goes in.
He ran into a counter punch there.
Man, Rockhold able to absorb that shot to the jaw.
He may be muscular and not use his muscles the right way, but I think he used them the right way that time.
And this is the first time that Rockhold has seen a second round. He's already been tagged by the champion. A minute and a half gone in the second frame. Rockhold, elbow from Jacare.
Rockhold needs to stay off the cage. Can't hang out there.
He's had success with the kicks, but needs to follow it up, mix it up like he was doing at the latter part of round one. Again, that straight left through the guard. Jacare keeping his hands low now, picking them up.
Keeping that right hand home of Jacare. Keeps throwing that kick. I tell you what, it's like imagine a baseball bat smashing into your forearm over and over. That's what's happening.
I've had that happen to me.
Oh, yeah?
Straight left again through the guard as Rockhold, the southpaw, now switches stances, trying to discombobulate the champion.
Some of the ink off Kung Ling's tattoo on his leg came up on your arm, did it?
It's still there.
Another right, and that has been the money punch for Jacare in this fight, the right hand.
Rocco's got the better punching, but he's leaving himself exposed after his combinations, especially leaving his head inside there.
Well, Jacare's done way more damage with that right hand, though, than anything that Rockhold has done with his punches. It's been the right hand of Jacare, the kicks of Rockhold. And now let's see what they do at close quarters here. Jacare pinning Rockhold up against the fence.
Tough to fight with your back against the cage. You got to turn. That way you can get your hips back. You can push off when you want to, strike. A lot of options when you get off the cage.
And there, Rocco able to turn the tables, looking for the body lock. High knee. Now they exchange knees. Some separation here. You create the distance, giving you distance. Short knee to the thigh by Rocco. Then another one.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. That's one of the best strikes you can use in a clinch position like this up against the cage. I can remember Frank telling me to use it one time in a fight, actually.
It works.
And now Jacare's turn to have Rocco pinned along the fence. Short right hand to the jaw. Now the tie plumb by Rocco, but no space as Jacare looking to smother him. A grueling title fight thus far, but a competitive one. As Jacare making the second defense of the championship he won when he defeated Tim Kennedy via unanimous decision.
Rocco's got Jacare covering up now. That's just when he's got to start feinting and lifting punches up from the bottom.
Oh, and again, Jacare catches Rocco, but Rocco walks right through it with a combination of his own. That left hand of Rocco's is low, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, your rear hand should always be basically on your temple unless you're throwing it. That way you only have to worry about one side of your head defensively.
Last 30 seconds of the second round. Kick punch combination again by Rocco. Cutting off the cage. Overhand right by Jacare. As Rocco again. Jacare waiting for that body kick. Wants to time it and doing it well with the counter right. Last 10 seconds of the round. And Rocco again looking to finish with a flurry. There's a kick. And a great second round is in the books. I'm glad I'm not a judge thus far, Pat.
Tough fight to judge, definitely.
Jacare with a nice counter punch here, and Luke, good. He stunned him, but he popped right back up. And Luke's just coming in swinging. He's leaving his hands down when he gets on the inside. He's got to keep him up. And here we go against the cage. This is the problem with Luke Rocco when he gets caught in this position. His back is flat against the cage, and he's got nowhere to go. And when his back is there, these elbows are coming straight in from Jacare. They hurt him. They damaged him. More importantly, they made him think about, I need to move and get out of here.
Yeah, you just have no movement when you're against the cage. Always turn your opponent, put their back against it, so you have options. Takedowns, push off, punch, whatever it is, you can do it.
There's a punch he just walked through. Luke, great chin, showing a lot of determination and keeping to his game plan of punching and wrestling.
Sometimes the more you get punched, the better you feel.
So you guys are the experts. Who's winning the fight through 2 rounds, Frank and Pat?
I'm going with Rockhold right now, to be honest with you.
I'm going with Jacare.
Yeah, I bet the judges are going with Rockhold. Rockhold finished both rounds very well, and that's what the judges remember all the time.
Third round underway.
Boxers are great at it. Flurry at the end of the round and win it, baby.
Front kick by Rocco. Rocco again looking to maybe the element of surprise with that spinning back kick, just flashing the right, straight left, the misses. Jacare waiting to get off, gets tagged with the left hand. Now he switches stances momentarily.
Rockhold needs to step hard with his right leg past Jacare's left leg and get outside so that right hand counter can't hit him.
The jab popping the head back of the champion. Champion responds with a kick and another kick, whipping those kicks off. That one misses. Counter left hand kick by Rockhold. So really it's come down again, as we mentioned. The kicks of Rockhold seem to be scoring, and yet the jab is there, but Jacare now gets a little touch to the peninsula south of the equator, telling the referee, hey man, that's 2 times. He'll have 5 minutes to recover.
That's hard to avoid when you're in a southpaw stance and someone's in orthodox, because you throw the inside leg kick and the groin is right there. Here's a look at the kick. And Luke stepping on the outside, switching stance, and hello. Yes, he did.
In step.
Jacare moved right into it.
That's tough when you're moving, when you're changing stances and throwing kicks, both parties.
It's interesting, though, the way Jacare disputed it, saying, you know, immediately, it's almost like he's looking for the advantage. Some kind of mind warfare. Now trying to recover. He'll have 5 minutes to do so.
I rarely see Muay Thai guys complain about this because of the steel cuffs.
I'm all about the steel cup. I'm wearing one now. There's one more look at it. Rockhold stepping out, switching stances, and oh, that was a solid groin kick.
1 minute has elapsed in the 5-minute time limit. 4 minutes left here for Jacare to recover from the family jewels being tarnished.
I know he wants more kids too, so give him the time.
It's funny you say that. His wife is expecting their second child, due in February. In fact, when he defended the title last, he had to make it home to Brazil. Quick. And now Rockhold getting more aggressive here in the stand-up. Dropping levels is Jacare, looking for the takedown, snatching the single.
Hand control, hand control.
And now, oh, nice trip takedown there by Jacare as Rockhold was unloading with punches.
Well, you said it, Pat. He should have been fighting that position instead of throwing that little hook.
Yeah, there's certain times where you can strike, certain times you shouldn't be. You got to pay attention to your position.
Jacare looking for that standing Kimura. Rockhold slips out. Kick to the lead leg. And again, the punch kick combination, finishing it off with a right.
Jacare starting to breathe a little hard there.
Yeah, not as much steam on that right hand, that's for sure, Frank.
Nope, and he's taking more punches.
We've reached the midway point of the third round and the fight. Push kick from Rockhold.
I like that push kick to the solar plexus that Rockhold's throwing. That makes you really tired.
Bounce him off the cage, catch him coming back at you with a cross.
Left hand kick blocked by Jacare. Lead kick again to the lead leg, looking to just sap the power away from Jacare. Good round for Rockhold here since it's resumed from the groin shot. Jacare still just very tight, not unloading much.
Got to take the title from the champ, buddy. Got to get after it a little bit.
Well, that's what the challenger's doing.
I think Rocco's got to cut him off now. Find a spot, find a cage, make him box or strike with him in that spot. Step in front of him.
You know, Jacare is so used to that left coming straight down the middle. He leans out, steps outside of it every time. You got to loop it, let him walk into it once in a while.
90 seconds left in the third round. Champion backing up. Rockhold bringing the fight to him with the left. And again, the punch kick combination. And Jacare just single shots on the counter, you guys.
Yeah, he's looking for a power punch. It worked before. He's looking for it again. And he doesn't have the fluidity in his hands that Rockhold has.
There's a whipping inside leg kick. Again, the straight left. And another left hand finds its way through Jacare's porous guard. A little windshield wiper strike there with the back fist, punch back fist combo. 44 seconds left in the round.
Rocco starting with some nice shoulder feints, a little bit of posturing there.
Jacare better show he wants to keep this title here real quick.
Jacare seems to be shutting down on the stand-up. He's just waiting and thinking.
10 seconds left in the third round. Great round for the challenger as we head to round number 4.
Well, I got to give that round to Luke Rockhold.
Absolutely.
Good back and forth action, and Jacare starting early with a nice, timed shot, went in for the double leg takedown. Rocco working the leg, working the leg. Here's where he went to go punch him and didn't really worry too much about position. Ended up here for it.
That's the thing, when you've got hand control and you hit the mat, the guy can't keep a hold of you, so you can come right back up.
But as the round went on, Rocco got better and better, got more and more timing, getting punches and kicks, nice clean flow. In and out, top, bottom, switching stances, fainting shoulders.
Rockhold every round has done a good job of finishing strong in those rounds. I wonder if that's going to play a part with these judges.
We are heading into the championship rounds, round 4. And again, Luke Rockhold, before this fight, had never been outside of the opening round, showing little in terms of any kind of cage corrosion. And the only 4th round for Jacare was when he went 5 to win the title versus Kennedy. And a quick flurry to kick things off here in the first of our 2 championship rounds.
Oh, Landon.
Oh, the straight left there, popping off the face of Jacare by Rockhold.
And beautiful head movement to get out of the way of the counter from Souza.
And again, using the jab, setting up the right hand. Jacare still very tight, Pat. Why do you think the champion has been unable to get any sustained momentum off in the stand-up, especially combinations? It's been that overhand right, and that's it.
It all depends on what you're looking at when you're in there. We can't honestly say, but when you're looking at the monster in front of you and the way he's moving, it can make you think twice about throwing wildly. I think he's just trying to figure out the puzzle, the rangy, taller guy that's giving him problems.
Push kick from Rockhold. Again, the counter right hand for Jacare, but does not follow up again. Rockhold just has his hands low again, some posturing, some gamesmanship, trying to play the mind games. He's better be careful, though. He's been tagged before with that overhand right and dropped momentarily. You don't want to go to that well too often as he gets tagged again with the right. And Rockhold is now beginning to drop his hands, you guys. Is this a case of gamesmanship or fatigue?
Well, I think his hands have been low pretty much the whole time, but he's lowering them even more. I don't know why he feels that much more confident about his chin.
Jacare is yet to record a victory via form of knockout. Rockhold has 1 win via form of KO. Both of them known for their ground game, and that is why we've seen a stand-up affair through 4 rounds here with 3 minutes left in the 4th. Usually the way it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Souza, look at how he's trying to put that weight in there.
Knee up the middle. Rocco now just leaning into Jacare, and in Jacare's corner you can see in the left of your screen Pedro the Rock Hizzo.
That's a good position for Rocco to lean on him, knee the thigh, knee that belly.
Midway point of round 4. The penultimate round of this 5-round championship fight. Jacare looking for the takedown. Rockhold again showing his strength. And now the right hand. There's a right kick. Some aggression here now from the champion.
I'm surprised Rockhold was looking for a takedown there against the cage.
He was. He went for an inside leg trip.
Yeah, I don't know.
Elbow and a short right uppercut by Jacare at close quarters.
You think Rockhold's starting to fade a little bit?
You know, I think they're both getting a little bit tired, but Rockhold at least is more aware and seeing the punches coming, getting out of the way a little bit better.
Jacare dropping a level, wide base by Rockhold, and he will just lean on the champion here. Great takedown defense. Running out of real estate was Souza.
Tough to take down a lanky guy. You can see how Rockhold's getting that angle on him. Can't let him step over on you, though.
Just turning him over there. And again now, knee from Jacare, responded in kind by Rockhold with a collar tie. Right hook on the exit. Straight left hand.
Tell you what, Souza has a heck of a chin because he's been hit with some good shots, and it hasn't wobbled him a bit. This kid's a horse.
I think they've both proven to be able to take a shot. A competitive fight thus far. It is for the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship. The champion, Jacare in the red gloves. The challenger, Luke Rockhold, His first fight in 19 months, riding a 6-fight win streak and proving that he was definitely ready for a championship test. The last minute of the 4th round. Body kick from the challenger.
Good, solid kick.
Whizzer by Rockhold. And takedown defense 101.
Good job keeping that head pressure on him, pushing down on his head with the hand to get that leg out of there. Very smart.
Pummeling along the fence now, Rockhold, the over-under. Just muscling his way now, has the champion pinned along the fence. There's some distance, crowd looking for the knees, and there's a knee by the challenger.
Nice call, Mauro.
Once in a while, I have my moments. 10 seconds left in the 4th round. Left knee strike to the hip by the challenger, and now Jacare looking to pummel. We go to the 5th and final round of what has been a grueling affair here.
Well, takedown attempts came from this locked up position. An inside leg trip that just got reversed by Jacare. It actually flew over the top of him. I love how they came right up looking at each other. Like, comes right back at him. Rocco leaving that left hand down, getting counter punched. That's been his problem in this striking game. He's winning the striking game, but he's losing the counter punching game. There's a beautiful
yeah, you can see Jacare trying to step over to get cross sides. Rockhold just crotch lifts him over and comes back up. Beautiful job on that. A lot of good scraps going on the ground. The counters, takedowns, and escapes.
5th and a final round with the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship hanging in the balance. As we take a look at the CompuStrike fight time, 2 ground specialists. They've only spent 2 minutes and 47 seconds of a 20-minute fight thus far on the ground. And gentlemen, I hate to put you on the hot seat, but Pat, how do you have it scored through 4?
I've got Rockhold ahead pretty much every round, bud.
I don't know about that. I got 2-2 on this one.
Well, it makes it more suspenseful for you.
And I will take the 5th. That's in the 5th and final round. Front kick there from the champion. Rocco swimming in. Body kick. All right, you guys have both been champions in your own right. I'll ask you, Pat, what does the champion have to do a better job of in the 5th round? And then Frank, follow up with the challenger, please. Pat, go ahead.
He needs to flat out go on the charge here. I mean, the takedowns aren't working. He's not able to keep Rockhold down on the ground. Because I think he has more power in his punches. I think he has the confidence in him sometimes. He needs to just wing and turn this into a brawl.
I think Rocco just keeps doing what he's doing. He's punching first. He looks aggressive because he's moving forward, and he's scrambling out of all those tight positions that are clearly Jacare's game. Nice.
One story that's already emerging as well through the first 4 rounds is that Rockhold never seems to throw a single shot, while Jacare, if he's not single shooting, he's got the effective counter right, but it's Rockhold that's, putting together the 2 and 3 punch combination.
At the same time, though, when Jacare does let flurries go, he lands every time and hurts Rockhold.
Especially with that
half the
overhand
time
right.
he does
Absolutely.
it.
Luke's hands are loosening up now.
1 and a minute and a half gone in the 5th and final round. Here in Cincinnati, Mauro Ranallo along with Frank Shamrock and Pat Miletich. This is the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship. The champion Jacare in the red gloves and the challenger Luke Rockhold in the blue. Rockhold looking to find the rhythm. Jacare coming forward now.
Right there, that's where Jacare cannot let Rockhold escape off the cage. Once you get him going backwards, keep going until he hits the cage. Stay on him and keep swinging.
Body shot from Rockhold.
That was pretty sweet, actually.
There's the right hand lead right from the champion. Backs the challenger along the fence.
That's the thing. And then he ties up with him more.
Yep. And he's got the full body lock now. High body lock by Jacare, but Rockhold looking to pummel, does so. And now Jacare looking for the takedown, but again, that's a tough test against a much bigger man by Rockhold, who gets kneed in the jaw by the champion, now cross-facing him.
Little duck under there.
And sweeping his leg out. Good takedown by the champion. But Rocco immediately looking for that left arm. Maybe wanting to position for Kimura, but it's Jacare now from the moving into side control here. Open half guard at least. Looking to re-guard his Rocco. He just wants to get back to his feet.
And at this point in the fight, you're both so sweaty and so slippery. It is really tough to keep a guy down on his back right now, trust me. It's like holding on to a giant eel.
And again, Rocco able to get to his feet. 1:45 seconds in the 5th and final round. Who is going to send the judges the message? Who wants the championship more? Rocco comes in with the 1-2 combination, rattling the champion momentarily. Hands are low.
That left hook is getting through the guard of Jacare.
And the crowd beginning to rally behind Rocco, stepping forward. Front kick from Jacare, trying to pull off a page from his mentor, Anderson Silva. But Rocco continues to move ahead. Jacare now clinching. Right hook on the exit again from the challenger.
Just shot for shot here.
60 seconds remaining in the fight. Inside leg kick by Jacare.
And Rockhold again poured it on at the end of a round.
From the southpaw stance, 360 body kick from the challenger. Jacare returns with a right hand. 45 seconds. Jacare pops off the right. The challenger coming back with a 1-2 combination. Will Jacare maintain his hold on the gold, or is Luke Rocco taking the championship back to California? Seconds left in the fight. The final 10 seconds. Jacare moving forward now with the right hand. Rocco up against the fence, has the collar tie. Jacare feeding him the right, pummeling. We're going to the judges' scorecards.
Wow. That's a championship fight.
Rounds in the books. Will the champion Jacare get the judge's decision, or has Luke Rockhold, in his first title opportunity, won the Strikeforce middleweight crown? It's up to the 3 judges chosen by the Ohio Athletic Commission to determine the winner. And for 2 submission specialists, they spent just over 3 minutes on the canvas.
That's the way it works a lot of times.
Yep.
Guys don't want to go to the ground with each other. They're well, Jacare obviously.
Well, he wanted it to go to the ground, but Rockhold was very good with a takedown defense.
Jacare constantly trying to get the game where he wanted it. That was the takedown. Good inside leg trip or outside leg trip there. I thought he was going to try to advance positions here. And he just got trapped up. Arm control. You talked about the arm control, Pat. He couldn't get past that guard. Rocco doing a good job of keeping his arms inside, keeping his hips away from him, and scrambling up when he could.
Yeah, here he is working, head pressure, pushing down, creating that distance. Like I said, it's like holding onto a giant eel, holding the guy down on the ground, especially when they're as good as Rockhold is.
And Rocco working the great positioning, anti-wrestling, not letting the wrestling happen. The stand up, leading with the long jab, finishing with the left hook around the guard of Jacare 2 times, very successful, right on the chin.
And we saw it every round. Rockhold came on at the end of the round, about the last minute of the round. He'd pour it on and try and impress the judges. I think it was very smart on his part.
And while we wait for the decision, let's talk about Inside the NASCAR. The fastest half hour on television is back with new episodes every Wednesday at 10 p.m., plus an encore presentation right after MMA Tonight. And the next big race is coming up next weekend in Chicago. You know, Jimmy Johnson is leading the Sprint Cup standings right now.
Right in my neck of the woods. I'm 2 hours away from there. Call me a hillbilly, but I love NASCAR. Let's go up to Jimmy with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside Bruce Snell scores about 50-45. Judges Chris Lee and Sal D'Amato both scored about 48-47 in favor of the winner and the new Strikeforce Middleweight World Champion, Rocco.
Luke Rockhold. An emotional moment, my friend. 26 years of age, 19 months on the sidelines, Luke. You have battled through myriad injuries to get to this point. Congratulations, you're the new Strikeforce Middleweight Champion. How does that sound?
Amazing. I couldn't do it without everybody. So many people to thank. So many people. AKA is amazing. Thank you to all my sponsors. I know I'm forgetting so many people right now. I'm just so happy. But thank you. You know, Spectrum Health Clinic got me through this.
Luke, you are a member of American Kickboxing Academy, and it seemed that your kickboxing served you well here tonight. What was the game plan coming in, and were you able to execute it the way you wanted?
Yeah, I got rocked a couple times. You never want to get hit, but I mean, I won the fight 5 rounds. I've never been out of the first round. People question me, but I train in one of the best academies in the world with the best guys, and I got the best people in my corner and around me. So I appreciate everybody. Love you. Thank you, all my sponsors. And I just look forward to defending the belt and keeping this going. Keeping it going. Let's go. Whatever's next, let's bring it on.
Cincinnati, once again, it's an emotional moment for your new Strikeforce Middleweight Champion, Luke Rockhold. Back to Kingside.
Wow. Yeah, that's a kid that obviously, you know, making it all the way to a world title. He's been through a lot of injuries, ups and downs. It shows.